Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jay, and welcome to another episode of Primero Unwind. When your days are long and you're ready to unwind and find a good series or movie to relax to, you may ask yourself, is there anything good to watch? I understand. There's so many options to choose from nowadays, and your time is precious. You want to make sure that whatever you decide to give your attention to is worth your while. Well, don't worry, my friends. I'm here to help. Prime and Unwind is the show where I go through the billions of Prime Video streaming options and track down the most epic, unique, and binge-worthy series and movies. You have refined taste in content, and I have a lot of time on my hands, so let me do the work for you. Today, we're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, and Prime Video's Primero Latino collection is full of rich and vibrant Latino characters and stories. At Prime Video, it's important for us to celebrate all backgrounds, including the many and diverse stories about people that make up the Latino diaspora. So without further ado, here are my top 3 picks of movies and series that feature Latino characters and or storylines available to stream now for free. Jumping off the ropes as my third pick is a true story about one man's bravery to embrace his true identity while navigating the macho space of the lucha libre wrestling world. Available to stream now on Prime Video, here's Cassandro.
Cheers. To men. Do you think I'm gonna be able to do something with Gigantico?
Ay, Saul. I mean, it's like you're trying to fight like your hijo de santo or something, and that's not you. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could fight. You don't have to be the runt. You ever thought about being an exótico?
No. No, they don't let exóticos win. No.
Starring Gael Garcia Bernal in the title role, Cassandro is the inspiring true story of Saul Armendariz, a gay amateur wrestler from El Paso who rises to international stardom after creating his signature character Cassandro, the Liberace of Lucha Libre. This wonderful story explores Cassandro navigating both the macho wrestling world and his own life. I don't know about you, but I always love watching a movie about triumph and courage, and when it's based on a true story, it makes me believe that I can achieve the impossible too. We witness Saul's journey from being an outsider seeking validation and acceptance as a gay man in the Catholic and machismo community to being applauded around the world for embracing his true self. It's only when he steps out as an exótico, which is a luchador fighting, performing in drag, and places his sexuality as center to his persona that he discovers his full worth and fame. Too often we hear stories about people believing in themselves and struggling to keep their dreams alive. It's nice to see someone who took a bet on himself and rose to become everything he already knew he could be.
Hace unos meses salí del closet con mi papá. Le conté y él me apoyó. Él está aquí conmigo esta noche. No podría haberlo hecho si no fuera por ti. Gracias, Cassandro.
Cassandro also has a roster of star-powered cameos, like musician Bad Bunny, who plays Felipe, Raul Castillo as Gerardo, Roberta Colindres as his trainer Sabrina, and real-life luchador El Hijo del Santo. I know you will have a good time cheering on Cassandro, now available to stream as you prime and unwind. Coming in at number 2 is a cozy series that is a heartfelt and hilarious dramedy that explores the strength of family and platonic bonds. Available for you to binge now on Prime Video, here's With Love.
There is this perception that bisexuals are attracted to everyone and are like always down to clown.
Clowns are bisexual? That makes sense.
With Love is a romantic dramedy series centered around siblings Lily and Jorge Diaz Jr. and their family, tracking their interconnected love stories across gender, age, race, and sexual orientation. This rich Latino family has all the love, support, drama, and laughs you would need to warm up to and get invested in. For the Diaz clan, family is everything. And although family is extremely important, things can sometimes get messy, but it's all in good love, laughter, and with a hint of drama. Let's get into some of these characters you will meet. At the top of this family tree, you have Marta and Luis Delgado, who serves as the patriarch and matriarch of this family.
Doctor said no fried food.
The doctor is joyless.
Dámelo.
Now that is just wasteful.
I can't believe I have to be your mother as well as your wife.
My mother can paz descanse. Let me eat taquitos.
Okay, fine. Die then.
God, I love that woman.
Then you have Jorge Sr. and Beatriz Diaz, who are the parents of Lily and Jorge Diaz Jr. Beatriz is a mother who only wants the best for her kids and for them to find love desperately.
Hi, Mom.
Where are you?
I'm grabbing wine for Papi, then picking up Jorge and his boyfriend.
I'm so excited. He's finally introducing us to one of his boyfriends.
Yeah, it's almost like he's cleared the intense scrutiny of 3 generations of family members.
That reminds me. I told Carmela about your breakup.
What? She's gonna tell everybody.
So you don't have to. That's how everyone found out I was pregnant with you.
Jorge Sr. is loving and caring and always focused on supporting his family.
Remember when we were talking with Jorgito earlier about vows? Well, I got a little something for you.
Oh, really? Oh.
Beatriz Delgado. The first time I ever saw you smile, you took my breath away. And you have every day since. And every night too, but that's mostly because your elbow keeps finding its way into my sternum.
Jorge.
And I vow to always remember how you take your coffee with just a drop of soy milk. To protect you from any spiders that dare enter our home. To never ever take you for granted again. To love and cherish you today, tomorrow, forever.
Jorge.
I know, right?
Lily is a hopeless romantic looking to meet her true love. Jorge Jr. is protective of his sister. He is also gay and his family is loving and accepting of him.
And speaking of fun facts, actually, Henry, you need to tell my grandma that you went to church earlier, which is why you didn't join Lily and I at 5 o'clock Mass.
But you weren't at 5 o'clock Mass.
In fact, I was. Thank you, Lil.
You're welcome.
Wait, you lied to your grandma about going to church?
Yeah, it's just easier that way.
I'm not gonna lie to your grandma.
Henry, it's really not that big of a deal, though, and it would save me a lot of grief, so please.
Wait, you're out to your family and they're cool with it, but you lie about going to church.
Correct.
You have to understand, there is a lot of love and understanding, and there has been tremendous growth over the years.
Tremendous growth. But God, you don't mess with God, you know? I mean, they're okay that I'm down with the D as long as the D is not the devil.
Rome Flynn plays Santiago, the love interest of Lily, who ironically thinks love is a fantasy. Desmond Chiam plays Nick, who also has the eyes for Lily. This love triangle can get juicy and interesting. These are just some of the characters you will fall in love with while you prime it on Unwind. Make sure you stream both seasons of With Love, now streaming on Prime Video. Rounding out this list as my number 1 pick is a dish served dark with comedic undertones and a side of questionable empanadas. Available to stream now on Prime Video, here's The Horror of Dolores Roach.
That's right. That's right. I remembered he had mentioned something about taking a trip.
He did? Did he say where?
Nah.
Atlantic City, upstate.
Nah, he did not.
Right, okay. And you said you spoke to him on the phone?
Yep.
He never came by in person?
Nah, he never did. But, I wish he would have, because I would have loved to have, shaken his hand and let him see the fruits of our labor. And where are my manners? I'm so sorry, man. Won't you try one of our famous Muy Loco empanadas?
Created by Aaron Mark and based on the hit podcast of the same name, The Horror of Dolores Roach is an urban legend mixed with love, betrayal, and doing whatever it takes to survive. This series follows one of our lead characters, Dolores Roach, played by Justina Machado, who just returned home from 16 years in prison. Dolores quickly realizes how much life on the outside has drastically changed in her absence. Dolores finds refuge in our elderly character Luis, played by Alejandro Hernandez, who runs his family-owned empanada restaurant. At first, his restaurant isn't as booming as it was when Luis was younger and his father owned the restaurant. When certain questionable situations arise, Luis uses the opportunity to turn his family business around and needs Dolores' help to do it.
What was wrong with your old butcher, Luis?
What?
Nellie said you had to get a new butcher.
I've been making empanadas all my life, Dolores. And by now, I've tried every kind of weird filling and flavor combination I could get away with. Just trying to create something that's special, you know?
Now, I know you may be asking yourself, what's with these questionable empanadas? Well, I don't want to give anything away, but I can assure you that these empanadas won't be like anything you've ever tried before. Dolores begins the series talking about a simpler time when she was with her ex-boyfriend Dominic, and Luis was a young kid running around the block and following her around. They were living their lives and doing what it took to carve out their slice of the American dream.
There's your house in Hoboken, baby.
Dominic was the king of this block.
So, hey, you got some customers?
Yeah. And for those 5 years, I was his queen. I love that man so much. I would have done anything for him. And I did.
Dolores is a hard worker, a lover at heart who is intuitive and quick on her feet. She picks up the name Magic Hand Dolores when she starts giving $20 massages underneath Luis's restaurant.
Okay. You got any allergies?
Just penicillin?
Okay, well, that's not in this. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Luis is referred to as a neglected culinary visionary and is willing to do whatever it takes to keep his family business alive.
Wow.
My pride and joy right there.
My guava and cheese.
Same secret recipes as my pops opened up this place back in '87.
Oh, what?
Sorry, so sorry. Got to warn you about the splash zone.
One other strong character entangled in this story is Marcy, the new neighborhood dealer and enemy of Dolores. We first meet her when she spots Dolores begging for a job at a nail salon.
Well, welcome back.
Marcy Lugo, you don't remember me?
No.
That's all right. You were hot shit around here. I was more like a nobody back then.
Marcy runs a business and tries to recruit Dolores as a new saleswoman.
Face.
I gotta apologize. Got a lot of friends who serve time. There's no shame in it. It's always hard finding a new gig when you've been out of the game for so long.
The entire cast of The Horror of Dolores Roach is a delight, and I am sure you will get your meal's worth as you prime and unwind to this series, now streaming on Prime Video. There you have it. My top 3 picks of movies and series that feature Latino characters and or storylines. And the great thing is, all of them are available to stream now for free as part of Prime Video's Primero Latino collection. What did you all think of the titles on this month's list? Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below to let me know if you enjoyed my picks or not. And what kind of series or movies do you want me to recommend in my next video? Now you don't have to spend any time trying to find your next movie or binge. You could just sit back, prime, and unwind.